I believe forgiveness is one of the hardest choices people can make. And I'm not just talking about forgiving other people. I'm talking about forgiving yourself. You see, when it comes to forgiveness, like I just said, it's more about being a choice. You can't feel forgiveness sometimes. You know, if someone does you dirty, it's hard for you to sometimes be humble and like see the human inside of them to forgive them. And I think that's what ultimately we need to get to. And I'm going to be talking about forgiving other people, but ultimately forgiving yourself. I'm going to get into that. When you're able to forgive other people, it's a reflection of how you can forgive yourself internally, right? But most people are so warped with their relationship with God, for instance, that they can't seem to let go of that guilt, let go of that sort of weight on their shoulders, because they believe God won't. They don't deserve God. They don't deserve God's grace. But I want to tell you guys, and I'm sure you read it, but you just need to rehear it and solidify this, write this on your heart, that God's grace is unconditional. God's love is unconditional. It's everlasting. It's one. It's whole. He's never not going to be there. And so instead of carrying that weight on your shoulders, you know, whatever it's past experiences or just things, well, obviously it's just past experiences. All the things that you carry is just something you haven't been able to forgive and accept about yourself. And so forgiving and acceptance go hand in hand. You got to forgive yourself and just accept that, yes, this was me. I was like this. For instance, with me, I had to forgive myself for not keeping my word. I would tell myself, and it would be little lies, you know, it would add up. Like I'd say I wake up at this time, but I wouldn't wake up. Or I would say I'm gonna get this done, and I wouldn't get it done. And it just caused me to go in a downward spiral because I kept stacking evidence inside my head that I couldn't be trusted. And so every time I didn't keep my word, it added weight to my shoulder. It added a sort of sense of guilt. It added a sense of untrustworthiness. Untrustfulness? I don't know what the word is. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Start paying attention. What can't you, quote unquote, forgive yourself about? Like with? What is something in the past that you have yet to let go of, you know, that you just can't accept, that you have so many regrets? I like to live a life full of no regrets. You know, I did what I did, and it happened for a reason. It happened for me at the end of the day, and I'm here now. You know, I'm this better person now. So why would I let something in the past define who I am now? And I believe you guys have to live that same way. Stop caring what people think. Stop caring what happened in the past, because you can't control it. That's what this ego inside of you is going to tell you to do. It's going to bring up old scenarios. It's going to bring out old patterns to get you back in that spiral. And most people like to call the ego the devil, but you need to understand that this ego is not trying to, well, it is trying to keep you negative, but it's the baby. It's the last however long you've been living. For me, it's been 19 years. It's 19 years that's been programmed inside of me, that's trying to keep me to survive. That's trying to predict, trying to control, trying to attach, because it's like a little child. Think of it as like a little teddy bear just trying to survive. It's scared. And the more you can forgive yourself for having these reactions, the more you're able to let go of these old patterns and ultimately surrender it and move on, add new patterns, add new beliefs that overcome these ego stuff. And that's why I believe this whole journey is more about revealing who you need to be. Because once you're able to forgive, accept, and surrender those old programs, those old beliefs about who you were, all those negative things on your identity, then you can replace those things with positive ones that you choose, that serve you. And so the more you reveal, like the negativity, the more you reveal, the more you can replace, and you can find out who you truly need to be. And I believe the first step to that, of course, is becoming aware of those thoughts and patterns and beliefs, but forgiveness is ultimately the clearest route. It's a choice. And so after forgiveness, I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but you want to renounce that old story. Your ego is going to continue to bring out these old stories, old beliefs, and you, as the person being able to choose where they put attention towards, you have to either decide you're going to live in this ego sort of consciousness where it's full of negativity, negative payoffs, controlling, trying to take control of what God already has covered, and just ultimately leading yourself down into negativity, overthinking, anxiety, despair? Or are you going to let go and let God take care of what you can't control and just be in this present moment? Do what you got to do every single day and be present. You know, obviously there's one heavily weighing that's better, but I know it kind of sounds like, okay, well, that's really obvious, but you don't understand how tricky this ego gets. It's been living with you for however long you've been living. So it knows what triggers you. It knows how to get your attention. It knows what to bring up in order to cause a reaction towards you. But it's up to you to realize that those thoughts, those feelings, they aren't who you are. You are simply observing them. And since we're able to observe them, we can quickly realize that, okay, I don't need to pay attention to this negativity. I could pay attention to what I want, and which is the truth. It could just be being present. It could be stuff that actually serves you. You can, let's say, for instance, with the whole trust, me not being able to trust myself, a negative thought pops up, and it's like, remember when you didn't keep your word here? I could be like, I accept that was me. It's not me anymore. I can trust myself. It's gentle. You're not fighting it, because the more you resist your old story, the more it persists, the more life you get to it. So the more attention, the more you live down there, the stronger, the harder it's going to come towards you. It's going to, keep you occupied. I know I just said a lot. I'm going to try breaking it down for you because I got to make this video quick. But again, forgiveness is a choice. Accepting yourself is a choice. And choosing where you put your focus on is also a choice. Know that this journey is going to be a journey. It's not going to be always up. It's going to have some downs. You're going to have some setbacks. But those times where negative emotions do pop up, or negative reactions you're starting to catch, you're starting to become aware of, don't get mad. Be happy that it's being revealed to you. The way you bring awareness to things is you have to pay attention to what triggers you, what gets a reaction out of you, what caused you to start overthinking, what caused you to be anxious, what caused you to be angry. And don't get angry at the person or the thing external that triggered it. Or maybe if it's inside, you realize your thoughts. Be grateful that it popped up, so now you can surrender this thing and ultimately reveal who you have to be. It's less of a battle, more of just forgiving and accepting and being grateful that God's grace is shining forth on you. So yes, when you are getting challenged, when you are getting revealed, these demons, quote unquote, take it and say thank you. I think God always says rejoice in affliction, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Awareness, forgiveness, acceptance. Then you want to focus on the good stuff, the things that serve you, the new beliefs, the opposite of your old story. That's ultimately how you win. Hope this helped. I know this video is a lot shorter than usual, but I'm trying to just get a lot more content out, trying to get these quick little snippets just so I can produce more videos for you guys, stay more consistent. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try doing this a lot more often. If you guys like these, obviously, you can like the video. You can subscribe. You can leave a comment down below seeing what else I need to clarify on, because, yes, these things are going to be a lot shorter. Maybe not all the time. I might maybe even make it 20 minute, 20 minute, 20 minute. But if it is a short one and you need more clarification on stuff, you can try finding it on my other videos, or you can ask me. I can direct you, or you can DM me on Instagram. I'm always open to help people out. Just ask your questions. Be ready to open up, because I'm here to ultimately help you guys find this truth within yourself. All right? But yeah, one more time. Awareness, acceptance, forgiveness, renouncing it, focusing on what you can control, the present, focusing on God, having faith. And then the last one, remembering that these thoughts and emotions aren't you, and they will pass with time. They will go away. So you can just let them pass through you. They're trying to get out of you. So don't fight it. Accept it. Let it go. Focus on what you want. And that's how you ultimately get rid of this old story. Again, it's a journey. Don't get upset if you fall down. You can always DM me if you need to, or you can pray to God. Prayer is always slept on, heavily slept on. So I recommend you pray. And yeah, God bless you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, hopefully maybe seeing me more often can help you. It's like more of a reminder. But yeah, God bless.